up, everybody? It's your girl, Sophie Soph, back here on Sophia's Football Talk to do a match reaction. A quick one because it's not really much to talk about in regards to this game. It's just going to be a solo stream, a bit difficult to find Man City and Arsenal fans, after these type of big mashup. But regardless, we'll do a little bit of quick, giving my thoughts as a neutral. I ain't gonna hold you. Snoozefest. Lord have mercy. It's 2 hours that I will never be able to get back. And as a love for football, I just wanted to watch some proper good football. I had snacks ready to go. I had soda. I was ready. I was ready. But no, ended in nil-nil. Not that nil. Like, there's definitely been games over the years that have ended in nil-nil, but that's been very good. This, though, nil-nil, boring, boring. I am so. If this decade here is just going to be about possession based football, sideways, control guys, bring me back a little bit of flavor. Bring me back the blockbuster. Like yesterday, I was watching, the first game back after the international break. That was literally, you know, basically Newcastle and West Ham. Incredible game. Bam! Wow! From start to finish, incredible. That's what you love to see. Not that every time it's going to be okay, somebody's going to have a comeback in a game. I'm not saying that, but give me something. Why are we having two teams that looks to be completely fine with not wanting to win the game? I don't know. I think maybe Arsenal fans will be a bit more, I don't know. I can't speak for people, but I think maybe Arsenal could come out of this game a bit more happier compared to a Man City as it was away from home. And they do struggle. This is a game I think that finally ended Man City's like 15-7 goal streak at home at the Etihad. Okay, where they haven't scored finally, but I want to see a bit more. Both of teams had a nearly fit full squad. I mean, of course, Man City had, Ederson not there, but it's not like Ortega is a bum. Like, the guy's still a good goalkeeper. Um, Very good. He should be somebody's number one, in my opinion. And okay, Walker wasn't there. Stones though was on the bench. He didn't come in, but he was on the bench. So, the big players, they were there for Arsenal as well. A lot of the players came back. It's literally just Timber that's not there. But regardless, the first team starters, they were there. A couple of them did not show up for either one of the teams. You know, they had a couple of chances here and there, but didn't show up. So for the neutral, it was very, 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 very boring. We'll dive into that in a second. But make sure that you guys give this video here a big thumbs up because the more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for more people to see. All right? Subscribe. We're still on the road to 3K subscribers. So help a sister out. Okay? All right? Help a sister out. And feel free to join the SFT membership as well. Link is in the description box. We will start to. I know I've been a bit bad with it. But we'll start pumping up some. Pause, by the way, some membership content very, very soon. Pick up to Gary. Hope you're doing well. Pick up to Say says couldn't care one bit. A draw is a decent result to be. I mean, obviously, as you as a Liverpool fan, a draw for you is exceptional, especially the fact that y'all, did got the job done against Brighton earlier. I did watch the game. Annoying, but it is what it is. And now you're at the forefront. Now you are 2 points ahead of Arsenal. And I think 3 points ahead of City. So, you guys are at the forefront. So, yeah. But, of course, we'll see you next Sunday. We'll talk then. Gary said Arsenal need Usherman. I think Arsenal need more of a Ivan Toney. I think if they got an Ivan Toney or an Alexander Isak, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Oshiman has had a little bit of an off season. So I think it will be a bit of a gamble. But I think getting a Tony Premier League proven. The same with Isak as well. He's been exceptional for um, Newcastle. But of course, the injuries is there. That definitely is a factor. So we're not gonna sugarcoat that by any means. But I'm just saying he's definitely an option for the right price. He's an option. Saying says both teams didn't want to lose. That's why. Yeah, it's very clear. Both teams didn't want to lose. It was especially seeing like the substitutions that they were making. Both of them, by the way. Okay, so literally, I mean, I feel bad for Ake. Ake got injured around the 25th minute, so Rico Lewis came in. The amount of injuries in the Prem this season, not just the Prem, overall in Europe's big leagues, it's been a lot. I think since the World Cup in Qatar, it's been a madness because there's been so many games since the international, lots of different international breaks where they also play. A lot of them do play for their national teams, so it's a lot of injuries, a lot. I feel like it's been way more than I remember compared to the past few years, past few seasons. I don't know. And then in the 60th minute, we had Doku and Grealish coming in for Foden. Kovacic. I think Kovacic was all right. Foden, I'm not gonna lie, Foden. So winger Foden on the left doesn't really offer that much. I'm gonna be very honest. Didn't really look that good at all. 65th minute, Partey and Tomiyasu came in for Jorginho and Kivior. Very defensive minded, as you can see. Doku didn't have the best of cameo. I think I'm not one of those that have completely written off Doku saying that he's trash, he's not good. I think, he's still very young. There's potential there, but he has to work on his final game. But a lot of players from Man City do tend to struggle the first season around. They do. In the 71st minute, Trossard came in for Gabriel Jesus. I think Jesus was the only thing that he was missing. Also, was more so the finishing, but he was adding a lot to the attacking play, though, in my opinion. But he was more so played as a winger compared to up top. In the 77th minute, Saka got subbed out for Martinelli. I think Saka didn't have the best of game. He didn't. It looked very clear that he was dealing with some type of knock because he was limping here and there. So I think he should have been subbed off way earlier, in my opinion. Also, want to be very clear with I didn't think Kevin De Bruyne had a very good game. Very wasteful, misplaced a lot of bad passes. Holland, which y'all know, big fan of Holland as well, and of course De Bruyne as well. But he also had he had an off game. He's been a bit off, even for Norway, to be honest. Past few games, I don't know. He's been a little bit hit and miss because since he came back for injury, he's been doing his thing, but then he's also been a little bit. But gotta cut him a little bit slack. But he didn't really show up that much, in my opinion. I think sometimes people be a bit too harsh on Erdogan. I actually think Erdogan looked decent to me. Declan Rice was exceptional, I feel like, with trying to recover the ball, especially off the ball, very good, and then trying to progress it forward. So I thought he really had a good game. And I think Erdogan was okay. Some people said Erdogan been missing. There were a couple of passes that he literally placed on the silver platter for a Kai Havertz, for a Saka, for a Trossard, or, a Jesus. But if y'all can't finish the dinner, is that his fault? Huh? But of course, he did create a couple of fouls, so he did give away a couple of fouls. So that's why I'm not saying that he was incredible. I thought he was all right. I'm not going to sit there and say that, oh, he didn't show up, he was trash. I'm not going to say that because I think sometimes it can be a bit harsh when we do that, in my opinion. In my opinion. Let me read some more comments. Big up, Teddy. Hope you're doing well. Arsenal were well structured. I mean, defensively, I mean, they were. It was just moving forward. They didn't really. I think they had like, for the majority of the game, they had like one shot on target, I think, for a long time. So that's. But they did have the best of chances for sure compared to a Man City. But Man City started off very good with just boom, 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 peppering them. Arsenal sitting it back. They weren't able to kind of get out of their own half. But then I would say second half they started to do a bit more, but it was still my thing is, I just felt like both teams were being a bit, they weren't being brave enough, in my opinion. But it's like what Sane said, both teams just didn't want to lose. I hear it, but it's just for the neutral, it's boring. You know? Teddy says title race. I mean, right now, Liverpool is making the title race more exciting. I don't want them to do it. I do not want them to win it, but they're making it a bit more exciting for sure. We'll see though when they come back to Old Trafford on Sunday. We'll see. Stalemate gives Liverpool an advantage. Ugh. United have it. Brother, it's not about us. Shush. Arteta knows Pep very well, and Pep knows Arteta very well. It's funny that Spurs and Man United will have a say in this title race. Yeah, because I mean, technically, yeah, because we're still we're facing Liverpool next Sunday. We're gonna be facing Arsenal. They're coming to our ground in the third to last game of the season. So it's going to be the last home game for us of the season. That's going to be I think it's going to be 10th of May or 9th of May, around that. Or it might be 12th, something around that weekend. Doku is rapid in his first season. Give him time and he will thrive. I agree with you. I think there is a player there in Doku for sure. I generally do think so. I think he needs a bit more time. So by writing him completely off, I think that's a bit disingenuous, in my opinion. Holland was in Gabriel and Saliba's pocket. To be honest, though, he had a couple of moments where there was one big one where he should have scored from a corner. That was in the 83rd minute, but he just misplaced the, like he didn't get a proper hit to the ball. Like he kind of missed it, you know? There were other opportunities as well. So I wouldn't really say completely pocketed. I don't know because he had some chances. He just didn't have proper shooting boots on. And he's actually coming out with his own uh, football boots. I think it's going to be April 4th with a Nike. I think it's going to be the Mercurial G9 or something. I don't know. Holland is the butler. I don't think he's a butler. Declan's ball recoveries were elite. I agree. While he was at West Ham, Holland still needs to score in a bona fide big game for City this season. That is a good point. Sometimes that is something that people have been mentioning with Holland, especially when it comes to some of the really big games. I mean, where he do tend to not fully score and show up there. So I hear it. I hear it. Credit to City for shutting out an informed Arsenal. Did they though? I think both teams nullified each other. To be honest though, I don't feel like any. I don't think City should be like super happy with this performance. I don't think so. I wouldn't be with Arsenal. I think maybe hindsight you'll be like, you know what, you'll take that point, but you will still be a little bit damn, you know we should have won. We should have tried. Wish that you could have been a bit more. They didn't play the football that we want them to play. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Will Arsenal get a guard of honor for it's shush? They are missing Gundogan's presence and leadership. Yep, I've been saying this ever since Gundogan left. I said Gundogan will be a big miss for Man City. The way he always showed up at the business end of the season, you need that. You need that. When other players doesn't show up, he tends to show up, and you need that. He was an exceptional captain. Big fan of Gundogan. Big fan of him. One of the few things Mbappe has over Holland is performance in big games. That is a fair. That you know what? Fair. I think that's very fair for sure. But yeah, this game, like the way it was, you know, what should I say, marketed by, or the way, every TV company was pushing this game. Like I was saying, I was excited about this game. I was saying that in the last episode of the Ops, where I had Arsenal fan Tony and City fan Patrick, where both of them were super, confident, pumped, and ended up with being 0-0. I was thinking, technically on paper, you were assuming that this game was going to be very good. I was not thinking that this was going to be a blockbuster in terms of like, oh, this is going to be a goal fest. But I was thinking it can be a block fest in terms of performance. Both teams wanted it a lot. But it was more about both teams not wanting to lose. That is essentially what it all seemed like. Um, and that is what it is. I guess. I guess what it is. But yeah, certain players gotta, they gotta look at themselves in the mirror. You know, they gotta look at themselves in the mirror because there were opportunities. That's all I'm gonna say. There were opportunities to be able to kill this game off for both teams. And I wish that we had a little bit of a bravery. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm not getting those 2 hours back. Those 2 hours is done. Okay? Tomorrow is my last day of my Easter holiday. I'm going back to work on Tuesday. Would have loved to have a longer vacation, but here we are. Here we are. Oh my god, yes, saying we do need a we do need Hamza to get a little bit. You know what? Both teams can get it. Both teams can get it. But it will be funny to kind of see it because he's gonna be. None of them can. There's no excuse for any of them. We can't keep saying like, oh, but injuries. Da da da. Nah, the players that were still there should be good enough to get the job done, and that goes for both teams. So I'm not having any type of underdog mentality for either one of the teams. No, the game was there for the taking for either one, but y'all didn't want to take it. So that is something that you need. Hold on divided, or are you saying big up that? Are you saying like hold on divides people, or what are you saying? What are you referring to? I mean, maybe some people could be. The thing with Holland is, as an out and out goal scorer, incredible. But maybe sometimes with stuff outside of that, you know, it's not exactly like that. That's not really the type of nine that I've been growing up with loving, you know? I think like a Schlatten had way more to his game. But Holland, regardless, is very clinical. Like we've seen, Guy had an incredible goal scoring from last season. And he's still at the, I'm pretty sure he's still the top goal scorer, even though he was out for 2 months, by the way. Let me double check here. Is he? Why can't this come up? Player statistics. Nope, not that one. Our league. Players. Nope. Um, why can't it come up like with the stats and stuff? I feel like they change it up so much with the new FBL app. So annoying. Is it player? No, I have no idea, but I think it is. Oh, happy Easter to you, to Henry, and to everybody else. Happy Easter as well. Big up, big up. Who wins the title? Says Gary, or ask is what Gary is asking. Who wins the title? Good question, Gary. I don't know. Who wins the title? I almost feel like it could still be Arsenal, but then again, Liverpool could do it the way they're kind of, especially the way they came back against Brighton. I don't want that to happen though. I really don't know. The thing is, I feel like I tend to be changing my mind every, at the beginning of the season. I was saying I think Arsenal's going to do it when Man City was kind of in a bad patch, but then they turned it around, and then I was like, okay, no, Man City's going to do it. But then I'd be like, okay, I think Liverpool could, but then I'd be like, no, Arsenal. Gary, I don't know. We have to wait and see. Henry says Villa. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Respectfully, I think Villa is getting top four, but they're not winning the league. I mean, right now it is a three-horse race, meaning we still only have Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool in that race. I don't think it's going to be any one of the teams that's going to run away with it. I think it's still going to be neck and neck, very close between both of the teams. So that definitely is an interesting part for sure. But games like this, you kind of want it to be a bit more exciting, but sadly, it wasn't. So that's something that you just, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I think we're gonna just end it here. I just wanted to do a quick little reaction, give my thoughts, as a neutral because my team is not in it. Hopefully, one day soon we'll be back. It will be great. Yeah, but either way, guys, I'm gonna be taking a break tomorrow. Just gonna enjoy my final day before I'm heading to work. So I'll be back on Tuesday. I already planned this upcoming week will be all Man United related because I will be doing a match preview for the Chelsea United game on Tuesday. Match reaction will be up on the obviously right after the game on Thursday. And then we have a preview for the Liverpool game on Friday, and then a reaction on Sunday. So it's all going to be Man United related. We'll probably drop some YouTube shorts every now and then, maybe some short form videos as well, but we'll see. But just so you know, that's kind of the plan for the upcoming week. Yeah, I know the women. Wasn't able to watch the game. I have nowhere to see the game, but I'm very happy. And by the way, toss goes out to Arsenal women's player Frida Monum, who, what I heard, collapsed on the pitch off the ball. Luckily, thankfully, she is in a stable condition. So my thoughts and prayers goes out to her because that's scary, real talk. So just wanted to say that, and big up to Man United women for doing their thing. You know, but yeah, like I said, I'll see you guys back on Tuesday. Unless anything major happens tomorrow. If there's any Man and I related news tomorrow, we might hop on. If not, you'll see me on Tuesday. Okay? So if you don't want to miss out on all the good content, we got some special guests coming on this upcoming weekend. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure that you have on the notification bell button, that you are subscribed. Like, of course, if you're watching this on the replay, do let me know your thoughts about this game. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Peace out. Sophie's out. Bye bye.